Hello students, welcome to the Pole Science of class 10, and today we will proceed with the second part of the new chapter, that is political parties. And in the previous class we studied about the general overview of political party, then the components of political parties and the image by which a party is known. So today we will proceed with the necessity of political parties, why the political parties are necessary in today's world. So let us proceed then. Regarding number 1 point, if there were no political party, then each and every candidate would be independent. That means, if there were no political party in India in today's time, then we know that every individual would be contesting elections as an independent candidate. That means no political party, that candidate. Nowadays also you can see that in the elections many candidates are fighting elections or contesting elections as an independent candidate. So if there were no political parties at the present time, we could have assumed that a candidate would be independent at that particular scenario. So current strength of the Lok Sabha is 543. Imagine a situation when none of the 543 members can be brought to think alike on a particular issue. This would lead to a total chaos. An independent candidate would always be more interested in the specific needs of his constituency and would seldom think about the larger interest of the nation. A political party is necessary to bring diverse people on a common platform so that bigger issues can be taken care of. So first and foremost problem of not having political parties is that if there were no political parties at this time, so we would have assumed that whatever the 543 seats are there in the Lok Sabha that is being elected by the people, all these candidates would have been counted as independent candidate. That means 543 independent candidates from their particular constituencies. So in that situation, what could have happened? Every 543 members would have thought of their particular constituencies only, because the constituency that he or she has been elected from, they would think for their constituency only. So if they are thinking for their constituency, that means that they are thinking only for a smaller divisions or division of their place. They are not thinking for a larger sections of society. Apart from thinking for their constituency, the country is also there. So this particular candidate would not have been able to think about the country in a larger sphere. So this could have been leading to what? Confusion and chaos all over, because the problem about that is about thinking for themselves is that they will not think about the country as a whole, and whatever the views and opinions would be there, the views and opinions would not match with each other, because all these candidates are from different sections and they are being elected as an independent member. So for that reason also a political party is very necessary. So if political party is there, it will bring all diverse people on a common platform. Suppose in today's scenario, if the BJP is having 330 seats in the Lok Sabha, that means they are, whatever the decisions and views are taken and the policies are being brought, all the 330 members are thinking on the same platform about the country also and about the constituency also. So in this way, at least any common policies and any good policies can be easily brought for the welfare of the people as well as the country. So for that reason also a political party is very necessary, because this can bring if political parties are there, this can bring diverse people on a common platform so that bigger issues can be taken care of. Not only the smaller issues, but political parties would actually help the bigger issues to be taken care of. Now, the democracy which is being practiced all over the world is called representative democracy. And if we talk about the democratic form of government in our country, we can easily tell that whatever the form of democracy or democratic form of government is being run in our government or in our country, it is known as the representative democracy. That means the representative democracy can be denoted to what? The representative can be denoted to the particular candidate whom we are choosing from the particular constituency, and that particular representative will actually showcase us or the people of that particular democracy. So the common form is known as representative democracy in today's world. In this system, governance is done through people's representative because it is impossible for each citizen to directly participate in governance. The need for representative democracy has given rise to political parties. So, regarding the second point of the necessity of the political parties is that the democracy which is being practiced all over the world is called representative democracy, and this is the most popular system because whatever the governance or the form of government is there, it is done through people's representative. That means we are choosing, if I am from particular constituency, I am choosing the candidate of my choice. So in that same way, all the people are choosing the eligible candidate from their representatives because it is impossible for each citizen to directly participate in governance. So why? Because we are following this representative democracy for that reason that we cannot, if we should or we want to participate directly in the government, that means we have to sit together. That means all the people have to sit together at the same time, and along sitting with the same in the same time, we should also take all the important decisions regarding any matter. So there are many issues, like we cannot sit at a time, all the people cannot sit at a time regardless of the areas, and on the other hand, the people who will sit together at the same time, few of the people would not have time also to sit, and apart from that, regarding taking decisions on the important matters, these people might not have that much of knowledge also. So these are all the problems that can come to the people if they think that they should directly participate in the governance of the country. So due to all these reasons only, the representative democracy or the system of representative democracy is being taken as a solution. And the need for representative democracy has given rise to political parties. Clear?